Right, welcome back to the bird room and the Raza diaries update. Quite a bit has happened this week. Right, where shall I start? From the beginning. So I've just cleaned the birds out as normal on my just before I update the video, and I've just given them a soft food mix for the chicks, and that's bright hot sun. So that's normal soft food mix. That's spinach, broccoli, bit of carrot, apple, all whizzed together, and then Hafe's egg and rearing biscuit mix just mixed in, and that's that's my basic mix that I feed anytime I'm doing a soft food mix. And right, so there's those 5 birds that you've all seen, all weaned off. They're doing really well. I'm going to separate a few of them up soon. But yeah, they're doing well. So the old hen and the blue cock, I won't take them out this time. Their chicks are doing really well. Got another real nice white one in there with oh, it's not focusing. Nice black head and just a little bit on its wing. 2 darks and then a yellow, variegated. And then we've got, now in here, this is disappointing and good in a way. So I'm not sure if you remember, she had 4 eggs, and she had 1 egg was from my best pair, which I rescued off the floor, and that's the egg that is the actual chick. So all her eggs were infertile again, all clear. So she hasn't produced a fertile egg all year. So that's the end of their breeding season anyway. Once this, I mean, the chick's doing fine. I've popped that as a false egg, artificial egg in there, just to make sure he doesn't get squashed. But it's doing well. They're feeding it really well. Sometimes you can have problems with single chicks. They can abandon them. But unfortunately I didn't have a nest of comparable size to pop it in. And then my best pair, out of her 4 eggs, 3 were fertile and 1 was infertile. So they're doing really well. They hatched early in the week. I did update on those. So, but yeah, they're doing really well. I won't take them out and disturb them, because I've just cleaned them out and they've been disturbed enough. But yeah, that's the parents. So this is probably going to be the last round. So far off that pairing, I've got 3 that I've already weaned, and I've got the 3 in the nest there, and then that one down there. So I make 7 off her. So that's okay. I'm pleased with that off her. Now, unfortunately, the green hen that she was on 5 eggs, and that's the hen that I actually really did want some young off. All her eggs were infertile again, so she hasn't produced a fertile egg all year either. So he was not doing his job. Yes, that's a shame. So I'm toying with, I don't normally go for 3 rounds, so I'm toying with taking that cockbird out and seeing if I could go for a last gasp pairing with her and see if he'll, because obviously he's done his job well this year, and seeing if he could possibly just see if it's see if I can get a few chicks out of her, because it'd be a shame not to. That was one of the 2 new hens that I got earlier in January. But yeah, it'd be a shame not to get any chicks off her. But as it stands, I'm not going to. And then that cockbird down there, he was the one that was paired to the hen that died. So yeah, quite a interesting week of waiting for my eggs to hatch, and it was almost as I thought, that they were all infertile apart from the ones that were from that little hen, which is a shame. But I did know going into this year that I needed new blood in the bird room, hence getting the 2 new hens early in the year. And that has paid off, and most of my original birds haven't done anything. But I'm still pleased with what I've got at the moment, because using my best cockbird and the new hen, I've retained his bloodlines and introduced some strong new blood from a good source as well. So yeah, anyway, that's the updates on all the young, really. Yeah, very strange. I've never had a year like that, actually. Birds not producing like that and infertile eggs. So if it was just the one hen not producing fertile eggs, you could say it's a barren hen. But the fact that I've had 3 hens now that haven't produced a fertile egg, yeah, suggests that the boys aren't doing their job. Anyway, but still, I've got some lovely young. I remember my granddad saying, he used to say, any year where you get a few chicks is a good year, and that's what we've got. Yeah, the greens in there, they're particularly small and nice, and they're the ones from the best cock and that new hen pairing. It'd be interesting. I'll pop them in the show cage, start their training just to see what they're like. Once when I put them in the show cage, you'll actually see how tiny they are, because you'll see it in relation to the perches and the size of the show cage. You can't. Yeah, that one's got they got a nice head as well. That one in particular. Yeah. A lot of people don't like the green birds, or I do. A lot of people, they focus on the jasper and a lot of different colour mutations, where I think the actual best Razas that you find, size-wise and shape-wise, are always either your greens or your clears. This would be her last year breeding. She's on a purple ring, so she's quite a few years old now. She's definitely showing her age, but I'll retire her. I mean, that blue cock that she's with, he's an example of he's not a very, he's a nice bird as canaries go, but he's not a very good Raza. But I only threw them together right at the last minute because I wasn't actually going to breed from her this year, and then she started showing signs of going to nest, and I thought I'd throw him in with her, and all her eggs have been fertile, apart from one. Yeah, because this nest was 4 eggs. No, sorry, 5 eggs and 1 was infertile. That's right. And then the nest before was 4 eggs, 1 infertile, and produced the 3 chicks. Something like that. Zebras are being particularly noisy because they've just been cleaned out, and they all had a bath this morning. Yeah. God, when I used to breed zebras, I used to end up with so many so many birds at the end of the year. I remember one year I had canaries and finches and various other birds, and I had nearly 200 chicks at the end of the year. My bird room at the time wasn't that big. Well, I know this isn't a big bird room as a lot of people's bird rooms go, but at that time I think it was a 6x5 or a 7x5 shed, and I had nearly 200 young at the end of it, and I had him in the house and everywhere. And yeah, zebra finches, they just they just overrun me. Yeah, they're tucking into their soft food there. He's been such a good dad as well. Feeds all the young. Yeah, really good pair in that. Of course, now I'll be sort of thinking about the ones I'm going to keep. I already know the ones that are going, and yeah. I just noticed something, I'll just mention it now, that it was someone asked something on Facebook, and not me personally, I just saw it on a post on the Raza group, but the show cage that you need for Razas is the Duar show cage, which is the five canary, border canary show cage. That's the show cage that you need for the Raza canary. I mean, I've actually had one or two birds that have nearly got out of these. I'd almost prefer it if we could find our own sort of show cage, but as it stands, if you're showing your birds, it's the Duar 5 border canary show cage, and then on the drinker hole, you have to put a bit of sellotape over it, or as I've done here, is a black cable tie, just to stop them getting out of there, because they will, and that hole is small. And then you get this little small drinkers, and those are the 5 perches, show cage perches. But yeah, that's what's used to show the birds in, or so they'll be. These are my training. The ones I got these on eBay, so these are quite shabby, but good enough for just training the birds up and look at them, and yeah. And I'll just put a bit of corrugated card in the bottom, and that's it. Right, well, losing my voice, done so much talking. You gonna sing for me again? He normally does at the end of every video. He normally has a sing, but not this time. It's middle of the day, you know. Middle of the day, I normally do it I'd normally do my videos slightly later. But anyway, that's the update. So, bit disappointing I didn't get all those eggs hatching, but at least I've got some more chicks, a few more chicks, and yeah, they're all going to siesta now, they're all snoozy. Alright. Okay, well, just another quick little look. There you go. Right, I'll update again this time next week as normal. Well, thanks for watching, and again, surprised by all the new subscribers, but yeah, thanks very much. Very unexpected, but yeah, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy the videos, then that's all to the good. But yeah, right, good luck with your birds, and I'll speak to you next week. Thanks very much. Cheers.